when we're going.
All right, we're going now.
Welcome inside Maloney Arena for our Class 1 championship game between Francis Howell Central and Lafayette. John Edwards and Robbie White. And Robbie, yesterday, Francis Howell Central, led by Chase Williams, 39 assists. He had 10 digs in the match, and really he was the guy who did everything in the win over Vianney yesterday.
Yeah, he was really flying around that court, making sure he could distribute that ball, and that really showed. He distributed the ball really well to both Jason and Jackson Campbell yesterday.
14 kills for Jason Campbell, 16 for Jackson Campbell, and really they were pins on either side who had great distribution from Williams.
Absolutely, and Jackson Campbell really with that left arm made a huge difference yesterday.
On the other side for Lafayette, it was a match really that was Kyle Kubasta had 18 assists yesterday. And he was able to set up Alex Griffin, who played in the middle, and Lucas Tran, who was playing on the outside. And they seemed to have relative ease over St. Michael the Archangel, but it took them a little while to get into the flow of the match.
Yeah, and that really shows by the hitting percentage by set that you can see. In set 1, they hit 154 up to 385 in set 2, finishing the third set hitting 419. Just a huge difference from set 1 to set 3 there.
Francis Howell Central will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. They'll be in gray uniforms. They will be on our floor to the left. Their student section here today donning the pink. And if you look at most of the players on this Howell Central team, they've all dyed their hair blonde. At one point today, their head coach Jason Lee,
Stephen
Lee had a blonde wig on.
You know, I really wanted to wear it through the match.
I was hoping he did.
Probably gets hot.
We'll send it over to our PA announcer, Jim Powers, with player introductions. We'll step aside and take a timeout. We'll have first ball in the air for our Class 1 championship game in boys volleyball. Back after this on Misha TV. Getting ready for our championship match here. John Edwards, Robbie White. Lafayette 29-2 on the season. Francis Howell 34-3. Both teams looking for the inaugural Class 1 championship. Lafayette has won 2 titles when it was club volleyball. Their last in 2017, they picked up a victory over St. Louis University. For Francis Howell Central, well, they won a club championship back in 2012, beating the St. Louis University High back then, and they're looking for the inaugural title here in Class 1 boys volleyball.
Exciting day here, excited to get the championship finally underway. It seems like both teams are really fired up to be here as well.
Howell Central brought a fairly large student section.
They'll bring great energy throughout the match, I'm sure. And I think they're excited for some great volleyball today.
A look at the student section. Francis Howell Central. Kyle Kubasa will serve to start the match. Williams sets Jackson Williams. Near side Brown. Williams, Jackson Campbell, sorry. Near side Brown is blocked.
Ethan Durham McPherson in the net there. As that play progressed, he kept just inching closer and closer and closer until it finally got him.
1-0 Lancers. Mason Brown for the Lancers, 2-0. That ball was set just behind, like too much forward for Jackson Campbell.
Over the net, 3 sets in a row there to Campbell. Not quite a connection yet there for him and Chase Williams.
Williams set on the near side. That was Epperson. Williams. Campbell into the net.
Finally a full swing there. I think Campbell was just a little early on that set. You can see Chase Williams shaking out his hands, shaking out the championship match jitters there.
The service ace by Kubasa makes it 4-0.
Not how Coach Stephen Lee wants to start, and he'll take a timeout.
We saw yesterday Coach Lee was successful in timeouts and breaking that momentum. We'll see if that carries over here to the championship game. We'll step aside, back in 30 seconds on Misha TV. Get a look at the Lafayette Lancer huddle. They lead 4-0 here in set 1. And a lot of championship game jitters, I believe, on the Francis Howell Central side.
Absolutely. We haven't really mentioned the Lafayette Lancers yet because all the action's been here on the Francis Howell Central side. They just haven't been able to put a ball away.
Kyle Kubasta serving. Williams, Epperson, blocked in the center of the court by Alex Griffin.
A lot of off-speed swings on this side for Francis Howell. Just need somebody to step up and put one away here.
Campbell answers for the Spartans. Stops a 5-0 run to start the match.
That's exactly what they needed right there. Jackson Campbell coming through with that left hand right through the block, finds the floor.
Gavin Slatter, Connor Lehman on the floor for the Spartans. Back to serve is Braden Harton. And a service error by Harton. Did not get any net love on that serve.
No, not at all. Couldn't quite squeak that over. Low serve is what you want, but just caught that tape.
Mason Brown serving. Inbounds. As Jason Campbell let it go down the sideline, he thought it was going to be out of bounds.
Again, some miscommunication, starting to get a little quiet on the Francis Howell Central side.
Ball sent out of bounds by Connor Lehman. 8-1 Lancers here early.
Long huddle there from Francis Howell, trying to get something going.
These two teams met back in the middle of April. Lafayette won the match 3-0. Campbell able to dump one over the top of the blockers of Griffin and Tran.
Yep. He finds the floor with that one there. We'll see if the libero for Lafayette, Evan Halter, starts to adjust.
And Lucas Tran reached forward, but he never moved his feet for that ball. And it was, I think he just misjudged where the ball was going to come down at.
Little floater again.
Tran blocked, Halter is there. Block by Lehman. Campbell out of bounds.
Tran putting both those swings there, low seam, meaning he just went just over the tape. With his reach at 6'7", he really needs to reach high. He can probably hit right over Chase Williams there on a great matchup. He just has to reach for that ball.
Alex Beal back to serve for the Lancers. Williams, ball's blocked, ball still alive, pushed over the net by Willis. Missed timing his jump in the center of the court was Connor Lehman.
And I think a little miscommunication maybe between him and Chase Williams on what type of set they wanted to run there.
10-3 Lancers, set one. Willis set Slatter, but it was blocked. And a timeout taken by Howell Central. They're out of timeouts. They trail 11-3 here in set one. You're watching the Class 1 Boys Volleyball Championships on Mission TV.
You kidding me? You kidding me? And the Norwood Pirates have their first ever state title.
Jackson, oh, it goes! For the first time in 9 years, the trophy goes back to Chesterfield.
One in this one, make it to Annika Holtorf.
Get a look at the Francis Howell huddle. In the center of that huddle is the head coach, Stephen Lee. And things quickly unraveling here in set number one for them, as they've just had a hard time. We saw this in the match yesterday for Howell Central against Vianney. They kept Vianney off balance all match. They have not been able to do that so far. They're more off balance early on than Lafayette is.
Absolutely, and head coach Stephen Lee was talking about the height difference there in that huddle, telling them you have to start tooling against this bigger block that Lafayette brings.
Connor Lehman on an errant pass that went over the net. Jackson Epperson will come on the floor. He'll serve. Free ball for Central. Kubasta Tran gets blocked out of bounds.
Jason Campbell and Connor Lehman were there for the block. Both of them just too far off the net to be able to press and close that block down.
Lafayette looking for the unprecedented first double-double in volleyball. Their girls volleyball team won in the fall. They're looking to do it here in the spring with boys volleyball.
That's the matchup that Francis Howell is going to have to take advantage of. Jason Campbell right over the top of Kubatsa there.
Trent Atkerson serving for Central, trailing 12-5. Tran, back set. Lucas Tran. Lucas Tran will attend Rockhurst University in Kansas City next year.
A great back set led him towards the net. He reached high on that one, able to get it down.
Tran serves Williams. And it's going to go out of play on the opposite side of the antenna.
Immediate call there from our line judge. Good call.
And a tremendous job done by the officials here over the past 48 hours.
Absolutely.
Tran serves. Campbell. Good play by Tran. Kubasta. Campbell.
A great dig by Jackson Campbell puts Chase Williams in a great position to keep that offense in system there for Jason Campbell.
Chase Williams will serve. 14-6 set one. Tran back set Kubasta. Williams.
Ethan Durham McPherson there in the net. I think that's twice now.
It's tough because you want to stay as close to the net as possible, but for as quick as the action is, you sometimes get lost on a floor you're not used to playing on.
Exactly.
Jackson Campbell on the near side.
And that's the tooling that Stephen Lee was talking about in that last timeout. Jackson Campbell was up, found high hands, and swiped that ball off that block and out of bounds.
Jason Campbell to serve. Griffin in the center of the court. Ball was behind him. He was able to get his hand on it.
Yep, managed it, made it off speed, which meant Ethan McPherson was on his way down playing that ball.
Kyle Kubasta serving. Deep serve by Kubasta. Jackson Campbell blocked out of bounds. It'll be a point for Central.
Another tool there, and that I think might be the key to this game for Francis Howell Central to get back into this.
Gavin Schlatter, Connor Lehman on the floor. Braden Harton will serve. Kubasta serves Griffin. Ball played down the line, kept alive by Jason Campbell in the back row. Williams. Jackson Campbell.
A great swing there from Jackson Campbell, and Alex Griffin and Kyle Kubasta cannot quite get that connection down here early in the set.
Braden Harton serving. Campbell, Harton. Williams, now Jackson Campbell. Kubasta, center to court. Tran, oh my goodness.
What a swing from the back row there from Lucas Tran. Really, really nice approach and finish there. And as you can see, finished almost at the net. A really great leap.
He started well behind the 10-foot line and landed almost at the net.
Really nice play.
Williams. Tran, blocked by Lehman.
Ethan Halter putting that out of system set too close to the net. Not a whole lot that Tran can do there, and he's looking at him saying, hey, bring that off just a little bit.
Jackson Campbell serving. Kubasta back set to Alex Griffin.
And a really nice back set there from Kubasta over that right shoulder. Finished it really nicely to keep him off the net.
Alex Beal will serve. Little maintenance on the floor. (18-10) Lancers, set number one. Williams. Set Schlatter. And Schlatter's had success on a couple of the rotations coming in, able to get a couple of kills early.
Absolutely, and a really nice cross-court swing there. really pumps up the bench as he comes off the court.
Jackson Epperson serving for Central. Free ball for Howell Central. Jason Campbell.
And credit to Jackson Epperson. He did this really well yesterday, taking Vianney's outside out of the play. He'll serve cross court again to Lucas Tran. It'll take that outside out of the play so they can't get that good of an in-system swing on this.
Epperson serving. Tran. Kubasta. Tran. That'll be a net violation. That'll be a point for the Spartans.
Calling Tran in the net there.
A timeout taken by Lafayette. Their first of the set. Back in 30 seconds for our boys' championship match here on Mission TV. Fans, you can purchase your own copy of today's championship. After the broadcast is ended, click on the download button for the broadcast on Misha.tv, and you can own this piece of Misha TV content forever. John Edwards, Robbie White, set number 1 here for our boys' Class 1 championship. Lafayette leads Francis Howell Central 18-13.
After a slow start, Francis Howell Central has really worked their way back, forcing Coach Ralph to take a timeout here at 18-13. We'll see if Jackson Epperson can keep the service pressure on the Lancers.
Jackson Epperson serving for the Spartans. Campbell puts it out of bounds.
Again, still waiting for Alex Griffin and Kubatsa to have that connection they did yesterday that led to his 12 kills.
Ethan Tran serving. Williams. Jason Campbell down the line.
A really nice set there from Chase Williams across the court. Traveling all 30 feet across there. Jason Campbell puts that ball down the line for a really nice kill.
Trent Atkerson serving for Howell Central. Tran, back set. Ball hits off the basketball rim. Jason Campbell. Tran down the line, dug out by Atkerson. McPherson punches it over.
Kubasa with a really nice manage of that tight set. Not a whole lot he can do with it. He finds it and puts that down.
Lucas Tran serving, leading 20-14. Williams tries to dump one over. Epperson. Tran, back set for Kubasta.
Jackson Campbell got caught creeping inside of the court, standing almost right next to Jackson Epperson in the middle there. Needs to stay wide on defense.
21-14, set 1. Campbell, Tran, back set, Kubasta. And they've got a little bit of a rhythm now going between Ethan Tran and Kyle Kubasta.
Absolutely. Setter to setter.
Williams, Jason Campbell. Kubasta cross court. Jackson Campbell. Halter. Kubasta free ball. Campbell on that far side.
What a diving save from Jackson Campbell there to set up Jason Campbell, who puts that away off hands. A really, really nice save on what was almost a ball that hit the floor with nobody going for it.
It's almost a stolen point there.
Absolutely.
Chase Williams to serve, trailing 22-15. Jackson Campbell's blocked. Williams, Campbell out of bounds. And he corkscrewed that hit. He was all the way turned around. His body was facing the back wall.
Absolutely. He tried his hardest to get his feet there and take kind of that 1-2 approach, but just couldn't quite turn around, as you said, facing the wrong direction to start.
Evan Halter serving. Ball punched over by Mason Brown. And it's set point for the Lancers. Williams, McPherson.
Ethan Durham McPherson's hopefully starting to get going here for Francis Howell Central. At least build some momentum for that second set for him.
Jason Campbell serving. Tran on the dig. Brown wins set one for Lafayette. 25-16. And in that first set, Lafayette had good rhythm early, and then it was a little bit of a pushback from Howell Central. But after the timeout that Lafayette took, things got back on track again.
Really started to find that rhythm, like you said, down the stretch there and managed to put that game away. That's exactly what you want to do in late game situations.
We'll step aside. We'll come back. Set two action for Maryville. You're watching the 2024 Misha Boys Volleyball Championship on Misha TV. Back inside Maloney Arena, Simon Athletic Center here on the campus of Maryville University. John Edwards, Robbie White, your boys Class 1 Volleyball Championship. And in that first set, Robbie, Kyle Kubasta got things started early with his service game, then started setting up his outsides, and then started taking things over after setting up, actually being the outside pin.
Absolutely, and the Lancers, it is not unique to have a 6-2 offense, so 2 setters, but what is unique is that they don't sub out of the game. Him and Ethan Tran both stay in the game and play all the way around because they are so effective in that front row for each other.
For Francis Howell Central, they got off to a tough start. They got down 7-1 early game jitters. Things started to settle down for them. They went through a stretch in which they started to get their outsides going, but then Lafayette's defense took over in the latter part of the set.
Absolutely, some great defense back there from Ethan Halter as well. I think for Francis Howell Central, they'll want to start to get their middles going early here. As they look to establish him, to free up that block, they really have to start generating one-on-one matchups at the net for their pin hitters here, and they have to do it by establishing the middles early.
Jason Campbell will serve to start set number 2 of our boys championship. Down the line off of Mason Brown. It'll be a service ace for Campbell, 1-0 Howell Central.
A good follow-up effort by Ethan Halter there, Evan Halter rather. He just couldn't run that down.
Tran. Griffin is blocked. In the center of the court by Ethan Durr-McPherson.
Again, Alex Griffin a little too tight to the net there. His spacing to the net has been so close all game. He can't really take that full swing.
Seems like the sets have been coming really close into his body.
And that's, I think, as a setter and as a coach, where you want that ball on the net maybe, but it's on the middle then to stay off the net to be able to take that full swing and have a full range to go around someone like Ethan McPherson.
Kyle Kubasta serving. Williams back set for Campbell.
Campbell a little early. He realizes it, still able to adjust and manage that set. It trickles down Ethan Tran there.
Gavin Schlatter, Connor Lehman on the floor. Braden Harton will serve. Kubasta back set for Brown. Inbounds.
Some disagreements from the student section. No shock there, but
the coaches
really
on the bench
call.
here.
They thought it was in.
Yeah, they all knew it was in. Mason Brown serving. Williams back set for Campbell. Blocked by Griffin and Tran.
A really nice close there from Griffin to be able to force Jackson Campbell to hit right into Ethan Tran.
Mason Brown serving. Tran kept alive by Campbell. Back set to Campbell. Miss hit by Jackson Campbell.
Jason Campbell, really nice job running that ball down there in the back row. Jackson Campbell's got to transition to put himself in the best spot to take a swing there.
Lafayette has been doing a good job serving to Jason Campbell. Ball put into the net by Connor Lehman.
Chase Williams trying to get Lehman going here early, which I think he needs to. If I'm Chase Williams, I go right back to him on a good pass, build some confidence here.
Short serve, Campbell. Cross court inbounds to Gavin Schlatter.
Good to get him going. Not a quiet night from him last night, but definitely I think a little more noise from him today.
Jackson Campbell back to serve. Short serve by Campbell. Kubasta, Tran over to back. Jason Campbell into the net.
Little miscue there from Kubasta and Tran. Tran going behind his head to make that play and tip it over. Looking at Kubasta saying, hey, what are we running here?
serve by Alex Beal goes out of bounds.
You can see here the Lancers are really trying to stack their passers to the left side to try and take as much room from Ethan Tran.
Epperson serving. Out of bounds. We'll trade service errors. Ethan Tran serving. Jason Campbell into the net.
A good set there from Chase Williams. Jason Campbell just too early on it. He knows it.
Ethan Tran serving 8-5. Williams.
Wow.
Lucas Tran with the block. Timeout taken by Howell Central. They trail 9-5. They're down a set. Back after this on Misha TV. Nine 5, set 2 here from inside Maloney Arena on the campus of Maryville University. Ethan Tran serving. Campbell, Jason Campbell. Brown, Tran. Near side, that's Lucas Tran.
Caught Jackson Campbell backing up there just a little bit. Want to be stopped on contact there to make that play.
(10-5) is your score and a service error.
See if Francis Howell Central can take the opportunity here to get something going with Ethan Durham McPherson coming back on the court.
Trent Ackerson serving for the Spartans.
Is there a leak right there we don't know about? It's that same spot.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. I mean, just one of those situations, I think.
A lot of action happens right there.
A lot of action right in that spot, right around the 10-foot line. Brown, Tran, near side. Kubasta's blocked. Kept alive by Ethan Tran. Lucas Tran has it blocked by McPherson. Lucas Tran on the far side of the floor.
Chase Williams, Ethan Durham McPherson, two really nice blocks to put that ball away. Just can't quite close it out. But with an offense like the Lancers, when everybody can take big swings, it's hard when you keep giving that team opportunities.
Williams, Jason Campbell inbounds. And really the only flow of offense that's been successful for a Howell Central at this point has gone through Jason Campbell.
Yeah,
he's the only one with any rhythm so far.
Absolutely, still finding ways to make plays, make things work. I think his timing's been really on tonight.
Williams serving, it goes into the net. Going to be a point for the Lancers. They lead 12-7. Alex Griffin back on the floor. Evan Halter serving. Williams, center to floor for McPherson. That ball was actually behind him. He got bailed out.
Yep.
on a play at the net by Alex Griffin.
Absolutely. Little change up right to that, right in the floor, right in front of Alex Griffin.
Campbell serves it out of bounds.
Back-to-back service errors for Francis Howell Central. The game is still in a gettable spot, but those just kill momentum.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a point for Howell Central. Braden Harton serving. Kubasta sets Griffin out of play.
Braden Harton with 2 aces in last night's match. See if he can dial it up now.
Kubasta sets near side Ethan Tran. Williams back set for Jackson Campbell inbounds.
Really, really nice line shot from Jackson Campbell. We saw him last night really like to go cross court, and that's actually after talking to Coach Stephen Lee. He said he was a line hitter when they played Vienna the first time, so they made a great adjustment here going back down the line.
Kubasta sets Brown. Williams back set for Campbell, blocked.
Really nice recycle.
Jackson Campbell off the arm of Lucas Tran.
And you'll see on that first swing from Jackson Campbell, instead of taking a big swing and swiping it off hands, he sends it up and off the block, so his own team gets another opportunity to swing, and it pays off with a touch out of bounds there for the Lancers.
Whitney Ralph repositioning her players on the floor. Tran, free ball for Central. Williams back set Jackson Campbell.
Jackson Campbell really starting to get going and feeling it out there. Pumping up the bench and the student section for Francis Howell Central.
Frustration starting to set in on some of the Lafayette players. 13 all. And Lucas Tran took a little off of that one.
Yep. Managed it. I think he was a little early, knew it, adjusted really well. Again, back row attacks, you want to go for those deep corners. That's exactly where he put that ball.
Williams, middle of the court. That's Connor Lehman.
Connor Lehman starting to get involved. See, Evan Paul of Vianney still here, sticking around to take some photos.
He does a nice job, yes. His father is a professional photographer.
Ah, okay.
So it runs in the family. Evan got involved about a year or so ago, maybe 18 months ago, taking photos, and he's out and about taking pictures for some of his friends here this afternoon.
That's exciting. Some really nice defense there. Francis Howell able to stick some really tough swings from Lucas Tran, but the Lancers still come out on top in that rally.
Alex Beal serving. Williams. Lehman. Campbell. Back set for Jackson Campbell. Dug out by Brown. Tran. Looked like he took a little off of that one, too. It was a big swing, but it didn't come out with the power that I thought it was going to come with.
Yeah, absolutely, but he still was able to find the floor right there in front of Jason Campbell. Still a great swing, about 17 feet deep.
Nice dump by Williams. First of the match for him. Blocked by Lehman Kubasta. Tran inbounds.
Really nice job by Kubasta to manage that set really tight to the net and bring it out. You can see him dip his left shoulder to bring that out away from the net so that Tran can get a really nice swing there.
Beal serving 17-14. It's going to be an ace for Beal.
That is a great serve right there. Deep corner, right on the line there.
And a timeout taken by Francis Howell Central. They got even. They played a couple of even points, but the Lancers pulled ahead 18-14. Back in 30 seconds here on Misha TV. Back inside Simon Athletic Center, Maloney Arena, John Edwards, Robbie Williams. Lafayette leads 1-0. They lead 18-14 here in set 2.
Pivotal few points here for Francis Howell Central to prevent going down 2-0.
Williams. Jason Campbell. Ball still alive off the banners in the ceiling. Williams, Lehman, Kubasta, ball pushed over.
The Lancers getting lucky that it caught a banner and a speaker that prevented that ball from sailing wide and keeping that ball in play.
I think one of the problems, too, is you're in a different facility. You know what's out of bounds in your own gym, but when you go someplace else, you don't know.
Absolutely.
That'll be a point for Lafayette.
Jason Campbell just with his foot over the line for that back row attack.
Beal serving. Williams, Lehman.
Lehman with a really nice high hand swing, coming in on the outside rather than the middle there for that attack.
Jackson Epperson will come in for Howell Central. Central out of timeouts, trailing 20-15. Dumped over by Lucas Tran.
Great court vision from him. He goes up. He had already seen that spot was open before he even jumped and just put it right down there.
Ethan Tran serving, leading 21-15. Williams. Jackson Campbell blocked by Kyle Kubasta and Colin Willis.
Some frustration starting to mount on the Francis Howell Central side. Jason Campbell taking some good swings, just can't get anything to fall right now.
Williams, middle of the floor, Lehman out of bounds.
Jackson Epperson with a great pass to set up that middle attack. Just wide.
23-15. Jason Campbell from the 10-foot line.
A really nice spot, really sharp cross court. I think it caught the Lancers defense off guard.
Trent Adkerson will come in to serve. Lucas Tran makes it set point for the Lancers.
With authority there, a really nice swing. Puts that ball down.
Dade Ellison will come in. Sean Meyer will come in. And Jonathan Sayre all on the floor here for set point in set 2. Lucas Tran to serve. And a service error by Lucas Tran.
A little extra oomph on that one. I think he was pretty fired up about set point.
Chase Williams back to serve. Free ball for the Spartans. Williams back set Campbell. Blocked. It'll go out of bounds.
A good swing by Jackson Campbell, again to find hands and get that ball out of bounds. Coach Lee talked about that early in this match with his team, and they've really tried to capitalize on it.
And a service error will win Lafayette set 2, 25-18. In a set in which was pretty even through the first part of it, but some errors by Francis Howell Central latter part of the set allowed Lafayette to pull away.
Starting errors, like you said, started them out, and the Lancers really capitalized on it. Again, once you have that swing over and over and over again, you really got to put a ball away if you're Francis Howell Central.
Well, step aside. We'll come back. Set 3 action. You're watching the 2024 Misha Class 1 Boys Volleyball Championship on Misha TV.
You kidding me? And the Norwood Pirates have their first ever state title.
Jackson, oh, it goes!
For the first time in 9 years, the trophy goes back to Chesterfield.
One in this one, make it to Annika Holtorf.
Back inside Maloney Arena, this Class 1, the inaugural Class 1 Boys Volleyball Championship here in the state of Missouri. John Edwards, Robbie White on hand, and it's been an exciting 2 sets of volleyball, a lot of action. Things just haven't fallen away at Francis Howell Central so far.
Absolutely. The offense for the Lancers really able to find the floor a lot more often than Francis Howell has. We'll see what Francis Howell has for an answer as we start this 3rd set and they look to continue this match.
John, during the break, watching the Francis Howell Central huddle, Jackson Campbell really took a lot of time to try and get his team fired up and let them know they're still ready to go. They can still win this match. And credit to Coach Stephen Lee for letting his senior really take the lead there.
Stephen Lee said post-game yesterday that, he's very grateful for this team, and they've really embraced the experience of the year. And Jackson Campbell gets things going here, 1-0 in the third set.
Set was wide outside the antenna. Jackson Campbell does a great job of still finding something to hit to send that ball to the Lancer side.
Jason Campbell serving 1-0. Kubasta. Alex Griffin answers back.
We'll see if the Lancers can start to establish Alex Griffin here early in this set to free up some of their pin blockers.
Mason Brown serving. Williams. Epperson. Epperson. Williams behind a 10-foot line. Ball still alive. Ethan Tran. Harton. Lucas Tran with a big swing on the near side.
Ethan Tran did a great job on kind of a scramble play for the Lancers, sending it to the setter, Chase Williams, so they had to play an out-of-system ball to get a much more manageable swing back to be able to get a kill.
Service error.
Caught Coach Lee a little bit by surprise there.
Couldn't see, was screened by one of his players who was standing in that spot.
Running right at him.
Braden Harton will serve. 2-all here in set 3. Ethan Tran with the swing on the outside.
Chase Williams did a good job of reading that ball and seeing that swing was going to be inside, but he was still moving on contact. Really hard to get your feet set and make that play.
Alex Beal serving. Williams. Jason Campbell.
Really nice decision from Chase Williams to go there. All three of his hitters in the front row were still transitioning. He sees that, goes for Jason Campbell, who's ready to swing there out of the back row.
Jackson Campbell serving 3-all. Lucas Tran on the near side.
Lucas able to find Chase Williams' hands there. Not quite closed, finds open space.
Ethan Tran serving 4-3. Williams sets Lehman. It'll go out of bounds.
Traveling just over the outside of the antenna. Starting to get Connor Lehman going a little bit. Still catching a little bit of tape. We'll see if they can clean it up to really let him put that ball away.
Jackson Epperson serving. Tran.
Out.
Sets Lucas Tran and it goes out of play.
While it's early in this set, John, it seems like Francis Howell Central has found that composure, and the Lancers a little bit out of sorts early, even though it is 4-5.
Kubasta inbounds. But they need to get things back on track. They try to find Kyle Kubasta, and it usually has been successful here over the last 2 days.
Yep, absolutely.
Lucas Tran serving 5-all. Williams. Lehman. Free ball for the Spartans. Jason Williams blocked by Kubasta. Ball was still alive. There was a little bit of a give up there.
Yeah, couldn't quite track that one down. Great job to just poke that ball up, exactly what you want to do.
Ball will go out of bounds, 7-5 Lancers. Williams sets Jason Campbell. That goes off the antenna. It's 8-5.
A really quick 4 to 5 points here for the Lancers. After being up 1, now down 8-5. Francis South Central looking for a side out.
Lehman off the head of Evan Halter.
Connor Lehman starting to get going, and they will need that here to stay in this game.
Trent Ackerson to serve. Back set for Kubasta.
Ethan Durham McPherson in the net. Teammates trying to let him know it's okay.
It's
Move on to the next point.
Third time he had a couple times in the first set.
And that one, even as a coach, is tough because you're not trying to block. You're just around it, and you just bump right into it.
Evan Halter serving. Williams. Jason Campbell.
A great job by Chase Williams to beat what was a pass that was in front of him, tied to the net. Beats it to the net, gets set, makes a really nice set to Jason Campbell.
Jason Campbell, just a sophomore. Alex Griffin for the Lancers.
I think if you're Coach Stephen Lee, you're excited that Jason Campbell's sticking around for another couple years here.
As well as your center, Chase Williams. He's only a junior.
Exactly, and their connection next year could put him right back here.
Jackson Campbell. Lost sight of the ball for a second. It went on the other side of the official. It'll be a point for the Lancers, 11-7.
Jason Campbell doing all he can here to keep his team in this game.
Blocked by Ethan Tran. Jackson Campbell goes cross court. Center to court, Tran. Jason Campbell out of bounds.
The Lancers are doing a nice job of just managing the ball on their side, putting it back to Francis South Central side, and letting them kind of make the mistakes right now.
Kyle Kubasta serving. McPherson is blocked by Griffin. And a timeout taken by Francis Howell Central. We'll step aside. We'll take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds here on Misha TV. Fans, you can purchase your own copy of today's championship. After the broadcast is ended, click the download button for the broadcast on Misha.tv, and you can own this piece of Misha TV content forever. (13-7) is your score. John Edwards. Robbie Williams here at Maryville University.
After starting the set rather even, Lancers starting to pull away here.
They've allowed Francis Howell Central to make their own mistakes.
Absolutely.
Williams. Jason Campbell
swiping that ball off the block, out of bounds, trying to get him back on track.
Jason Campbell to serve. Ball hit off the net right, landed in the lap of Kyle Kubasta. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a point for Howell Central.
John, this is about where we were in the second set. Francis Howell Central starting to figure out. I think they tied it at 13 in that second set. We'll see if they can get that back here to stay in the game.
Jason Campbell serving. It'll be a service error by Campbell.
Again, 5 points is still manageable, and you can hear the assistant coach for Francis Howell Central saying, hey, next point, let's move on. We're still right there.
Mason Brown serving. Epperson puts it into the net.
Epperson was up in time, just drops his elbow. You got to reach high to get that ball down. Once you drop your elbow, exactly what's going to happen right there into the net.
McPherson is blocked by Griffin.
Solo blocks there for Alex Griffin. Really nice setup, nose on ball.
16-9 here in the set. Williams sets Jackson Campbell near side.
Jackson finds some space between Lucas Tran and Alex Griffin to squeak that ball down the net.
Slatter and Lehman on the floor. Braden Harton to serve. Ethan Tran, Williams, Harton, Schlatter, Kubasta near side, Williams. Jackson Campbell goes cross court. Harton, now Williams sets Lehman, puts it out of bounds.
The Lancers doing a really nice job on back-to-back swings. If you can't hit it hard, give it to the setter. That's something that's coached in a lot of gyms, and you got to think Whitney Ralph is doing that too, because that is the fourth, maybe fifth time they've attacked Chase Williams there to get them out of system.
Alex Beal and Colin Willis on the floor. Jackson Campbell puts it into the net for Howell Central.
He's going for that cross-court shot, trying to teardrop that in there, but just not getting enough behind it.
Oh, some net luck for the Lancers on a service ace.
And John, now we're in dangerous territory. 9 points, the deficit is mounting. No timeout here from Coach Stephen Lee.
Williams sets Lehman.
He knew Connor Lehman was going to come back and do that.
Kubasta back set to Tran. That'll go out of play. Howell Central running out of points here.
A nice cross-court swing from Kubasa.
20-11 Lancers. Ethan Tran, some net love on the serve.
Back-to-back serves here from the Lancers that have just rolled right over the net. Unlucky on the Francis Howell Central side.
Beckham Moses will come on for the Lancers, 21-11. Ethan Tran serving. It's going to be a double contact on Chase Williams.
A great diving pass from Jackson Campbell to get that up. Chase Williams wants it back. He'll bounce back here on the next point.
Williams sets Lehman, who puts it into the net.
See if Ethan Tran can serve them all the way back here.
Williams sets Schlatter. And that was blocked. It's match point. Championship point for the Lancers. Williams blocked by Lucas Tran, and your winners of the inaugural Boys Volleyball Championship are the Lafayette Lancers.
Really exciting match. What an exciting couple of days here at Maryville to be able to watch the inaugural Misha Boys Volleyball Championship. A great performance from the Lancers, who really dominated all the way through this game, wrapping this one up 25-11. So they went 16-25, 18-25, 11-25. A really nice performance from them.
In a match that went an hour, 5 minutes.
That is quick work.
That's efficient volleyball, especially when it comes to a championship match.
Absolutely. A lot of first ball kills here for the Lancers, and a really nice offense that Kyle Kubatsa and Ethan Tran were really able to run here.
Lafayette able to pull off the volleyball double-double. The girls volleyball team won in the fall. Whitney Ralph, the head coach of that team as well. So she gets a double-double victory here this season.
It's a lot of hardware.
It is. And they've built a really successful girls program, and the boys program still trending in that direction as well. For Francis Howell Central, they pulled off a win on the area's #1 team yesterday in Vianney. And today they just ran out of gas against a good team in Lafayette.
Absolutely. Yesterday, Jackson Campbell did a great job of having that connection. Today, they went to Jason Campbell more. If they can balance between those two, I think today goes a little bit differently.
We'll send it over to PA announcer Jim Powers with trophy presentations.
Dr. Josh Naylor. First, for our second place team, let's give a big round of applause to the Francis Howell Central And now for the individual medals. Head coach Stephen Lee. Assistant coach Andrew Carter. Assistant coach Reagan McGuire. And assistant coach Jacob Hartman. And now for the players. Number 2, Andrew Milliken. Number 3, Chase Williams. Number 4, Braden Martin. Number 5, Trent Eckerson. Number 6, Jason Campbell. Number 7, Jackson Epperson. Number 10, Gavin Slatter. Number 11, Liam Stover. Number 13, Connor Lehman. Number 17, Josh Haddon. Number 19, Ethan Durham. Number 17, Josh Haddon. Number 22, Levi Brim. Number 25, Josh Jordan. Number 27, Colin Snyder. And number 28, Jackson Campbell. Congratulations to the runner-up team from Francis Howell Central High School finishing the season with a record of 33-4. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for the 2024 inaugural Misha Boys Volleyball Championship team from Lafayette. And now for the individual medals, head coach Whitney Ralph. Assistant coach Matt Swoboda. Assistant coach Joey Fowler. Assistant coach Dylan Thomas. And now for the players, number 3, Evan Halter. Number 4, Dave Ellison. Number 6, Alex Beal. Number 7, Kyle Kubasta. Number 8, Mason Brown. Number 9, Becca Moses. Number 10, Sean Meyer. Number 11, Alex Griffin. Number 12, Jonathan Sayer. Number 13, Ethan Tran. Number 14, Colin Willis. And number 15, Lucas Tran. Congratulations to the championship team from Lafayette High School, finishing the season with a record of 30-2.
Lafayette's record at the end of the season, 30-2. Francis Howell Central goes to 34-4 on the season. Get a look at the championship team there from Lafayette High School, winning the inaugural boys state championship.
Great performance from them the last couple of days to get here. 3 sets, both days taking care of business.
Slow start for them yesterday in the win over St. Michael the Archangel, but a much, much better start for them today. They got out quick 7-1 in that first set and really set the tempo for the rest of the match.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once they adjusted to St. Michael the Archangel's tempo yesterday, they were able to settle in. But, yeah, today, like you said, set the tempo and never really let Francis Howell Central take too much of a lead, I don't think, ever kind of in this match.
So Lafayette wins the inaugural boys state volleyball championship. For Robbie White, James O'Sullivan, our producer, Sarah Bacon, our camera operator here over the past 2 days, we want to thank you for watching the 2024 Misha Boys Volleyball Championship on Misha TV.
Thank you for watching Misha.tv. This broadcast has been brought to you by the Missouri State High School Activities Association, powered by Huddle TV.